You know that guy you filled out the survey for? His score is B. He's a guy with promising potential, but he has work to do. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you, things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10 dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10 dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He's not the type to go far in his career, and he's unlikely to even talk big about it. While he likes keeping things organized and following rules, he doesn't put in the extra effort or show much excitement for his job. You'll see him sticking to what's required, but not reaching for anything more.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he's more likely to stay calm than fall apart. He doesn't get upset easily and won't explode over setbacks. If there's a problem, he'll handle it quietly and keep doing his duties as usual.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
People at work usually find him blunt and not very friendly, but he doesn't get into loud fights or drama. He tends to speak his mind without sugarcoating, which might rub some people the wrong way. He's not someone others complain about, but he's not the life of the party either. Mostly he just keeps to himself and does his job.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you do really well in your career, he'll quietly feel happy for you and won't get jealous or upset. He doesn't tie his self worth to job status or big achievements, so your success won't shake his confidence. You won't have to walk on eggshells or hide your wins. He's not threatened by them.
What if you start earning more than him?
He's unlikely to resent you or feel insecure if you earn more than him. Money isn't something that makes him feel smaller or less important, so he won't let it come between you. You can focus on your growth without worrying that he's holding secret grudges about money.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He handles money very carefully and doesn't spend without thinking. He likes keeping things in order. So he's the type to track expenses, stick to a budget, and avoid impulsive purchases. If you want someone dependable when it comes to finances, this is a good quality.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He lives a life he can afford and doesn't pretend to be richer than he is. You won't see him showing off or buying things just to impress others. He's practical and keeps within his means. He's not interested in pretending or putting on a fake image.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He's kind hearted and cares for people, but he's careful with money and doesn't give it away easily. He will support you or help in ways that don't always involve spending, like being there when you need him or doing small, thoughtful things. He's not stingy out of selfishness, but because he values saving and being practical.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He's generally open and straightforward about money, not secretive or controlling. You can expect him to discuss spending, saving, and bills honestly with you. You won't have to worry about hidden debts or secret accounts with him. What you see is what you get.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He believes in keeping things orderly and running well, so he won't dump all the housework on you. While he might not jump at every chore or do things with much excitement, he will see home responsibilities as something that both of you should manage together for the sake of peace and order. If something needs to be done, he'll likely step in and do it rather than leave it just to you.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He's the type who will actually pitch in and do the chores and even change diapers, not just watch or boss you around. He believes in keeping things running smoothly and isn't afraid to get his hands dirty to make sure things are done. You can trust that he'll share the real work, not just talk about it.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He'll try to understand your side rather than argue just to prove his point. He's not the type to get into big fights or shout just to win an argument. He may not always agree, but he won't keep pushing just to be right.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he still stays respectful and doesn't resort to hurtful words or aggressive actions. He keeps his feelings under control and doesn't lash out or try to hurt you when upset. If he's upset, he's more likely to go silent or calmly step back rather than create drama.
Does he have a bad temper?
No, this isn't the kind of man who gets angry quickly. He usually stays calm even when things don't go his way, and it takes a lot to truly upset him. If you're worried about hidden anger or unpredictable reactions, that's not something you'll see with him.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He can say sorry and take responsibility when he's wrong, rather than blaming you. He values keeping peace and order more than winning an argument. So if he makes a mistake, he's likely to admit it quietly and try to fix things. He doesn't hold grudges or look for ways to turn the blame back on you.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
Yes, he will respect your boundaries and understands that no means no. He cares about your comfort and well being, and he doesn't try to push or pressure you when you set a limit. He believes in keeping peace and order, and that means honoring each other's needs and limits.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
No, he's not the kind of man who takes it personally when you're not in the mood for intimacy. He understands that everyone has their own feelings and timing, and he won't see your no as a rejection of him. You can trust that he'll handle it maturely and keep the relationship warm and safe for both of you.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
Yes, you can trust him to handle private moments with care and respect. He doesn't use what happens between you to make you feel small or embarrass you later. He believes in keeping relationships safe and steady, and that includes protecting your dignity.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is faithful and not easily distracted by other women. He values stability and keeping commitments, so he's not the type to go looking for attention or excitement outside the relationship. His focus is on what he has at home, and he takes loyalty seriously.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
No, he isn't over possessive or the type to act jealous, controlling, or suspicious. He trusts you and gives you space to have your own life, friends, and interests. He believes in respect and balance, not controlling or smothering you.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
No, his protective nature is not a sign of a controlling personality. He looks out for your well being in a caring, practical way. like making sure you're safe or things are running smoothly without taking away your freedom or choices. He doesn't use care as an excuse to control what you do or who you see.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will see parenting as a team effort and won't expect you to do most of the work alone. He believes in sharing responsibilities to keep the family running smoothly, so he'll step up when things need to be done for the kids. You can count on him to help with routines, discipline, and support rather than leaving it all to you.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he will stay calm and not lose his temper. He handles mistakes with a steady attitude and doesn't shout or act harshly, even if things go wrong. Instead of scolding or raising his voice, he helps the kids understand what needs to be fixed and encourages them to do better next time.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
Yes, he will support your role as both a mother and your own person. He understands that you have your own needs, dreams, and identity beyond being a parent. He doesn't expect you to lose yourself for the family or do everything alone.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
No, he's not the kind of man who would support your career now and then ask you to quit after you have a child. He respects the work you do and sees your success as part of your shared life, not something that should be given up for family. Even after having children, he understands the importance of your independence and would rather adjust together so both of you can balance work and home.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He is more likely to be polite and practical with your parents rather than openly warm and affectionate. He will treat them with respect, help out when needed, and make sure they feel comfortable when they visit. But he may not go out of his way to show big gestures of affection or deep emotional bonding. His care shows in steady actions, not flowery words or dramatic attention. He will try to adjust to your family rather than expect them to change for him.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he will handle it calmly and won't make things worse. He doesn't get swept up in drama or react with anger, even if the situation is tough. Instead, he'll stay steady and look for practical solutions, helping keep things as peaceful as possible.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you, but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he is likely to expect you to be a traditional, supportive wife in front of his relatives, even if he's modern and understanding with you at home. He cares about order and fitting in with family expectations, especially when elders and relatives are around. If this matters to you, have an open chat about expectations before family functions.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he will quietly support you rather than stay out of it or openly side with them. He values keeping peace and order, so he won't want open fights, but he also won't leave you feeling alone. He tries to balance both sides and calm things down. But when it matters, you can trust he'll quietly be in your corner.
Say you have a conflict with his mother. What will this guy do?
He is not a mummy's boy, and he will choose your side when it really matters. While he respects his mother and tries to maintain family peace, he understands the importance of standing by his wife, especially in serious conflicts. His loyalty is towards building a strong partnership with you.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
He is not the type to share every detail of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. He values privacy and believes in keeping personal matters just between the two of you. This shows he respects your trust and the boundary around your relationship.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
So, overall, this guy gets a B. He's a guy with potential, but he has work to do to live up to it. Being in a relationship with this man feels steady, safe, and predictable. Day in and day out, You can count on him to be reliable. He takes care of responsibilities and is thoughtful about keeping things organized and comfortable at home.